Hello and welcome to the European Handball Federation. The sun is shining, spring is here, and we are just a few months away from the summer season of beach handball. We can't wait for the EHF Under-17 Beach Handball Euro, which is taking place in Varna in Bulgaria between the 8th and the 11th of July. The reason we're here is to draw the groups for the competition. We're going to start with the women's competition, and as you can see on the screen, these are the 18 nations who will be taking part. A little bit of an explanation first of how the the 6 groups will be drawn. We will draw 6 groups of 3 teams with the top 2 nations qualifying for the main round. As I said, on the left-hand side, you can see the teams competing who have been ranked in accordance to their performances at past EHF Beach Handball Euro Senior and Young Age Category events. Now, unlike usual draws, there are no balls and no bowls. We'll be distributing the teams into groups in accordance to that ranking following the serpentine system. Now, you will follow that as we go. It will all become a little bit clearer. So we start with Spain, who go into Group A, who won last time out 2 years ago in Poland. Spain head Group A. That means that Hungary, who are second in the ranking, are distributed into Group B. The 7-time youth champions, they were runners-up last time out, losing to Spain in the final 2 years ago in Poland. Group C, next up, the Netherlands, who head Group C. They were 4th last time out in Poland. And the next up in the rankings are Russia, who were 5th in 2019. So Russia head into Group D. Next in the ranking are Poland, who finished 7th on home sand 2 years ago. They head into Group E. And the first team that will be playing in Group F are Germany, who won a bronze medal 2 years ago. The first team in Group F. Now, staying in the serpentine system, we then swing back up. So we stay in Group F for now. This means that Croatia, who finished 13th 2 years ago, joined Germany in Group F, the second team in Group F. Next out are Ukraine, joining Poland in Group E. Ukrainians finished 9th in the last event 2 years ago. Norway were not there 2 years ago, but they are here this time, and they are in Group D, next in the ranking, and they join Russia in Group D. Next out are Portugal, who finished 6th 2 years ago. They head into Group C alongside the Netherlands. Next up are Greece in the ranking. They head into Group B alongside Hungary. And finally, for this point, France will head into Group A alongside Spain. The French finishing 11th 2 years ago. Now, at this stage, it is worth an explanation because we have Bulgaria, the hosts, to draw out. Now, although they are at the end of the ranking list there as hosts, they get the right to pick which group that they would like to play in. And we got word from the Bulgarian Federation that they would like to head into Group B. So Bulgaria, as hosts, will play alongside Hungary and Greece in Group B. So now, following on the serpentine system, we get back on that and we continue with Switzerland, who will go into Group A alongside Spain and France. They were 10th 2019, the Swiss. Obviously, we've completed Group B, so we skip to Group C. Romania are next out on the ranking, and they join the Netherlands and Portugal. And next is Group D, of course. We complete Group D with Lithuania, who finished 8th in 2019. Group E, 2 sides remaining then. Sweden are one of those. They head into Group E alongside Poland and Ukraine. And last but by no means least, it is Slovenia, who complete Group F alongside Germany and Croatia. So that completes the draw for the Under-17 Beach Handball Euro 2021, the women's preliminary round. Let's take a look at what that means. A quick rundown of the 6 groups. Group A, we have Spain, who of course won the event 2 years ago. France and Switzerland. In Group B, runners-up from last time out, Hungary are in there with Greece and Bulgaria. In Group C, we've got the Netherlands, Portugal and Romania. In Group D, Russia, Norway and Lithuania. In Group E, Poland, Ukraine and Sweden. And finally in Group F, Germany, Croatia and Slovenia. So attention now turns, of course, to the men's event, which we have 18 teams again, which we will draw into 6 groups of 3 again. Follows the same measures. We follow the serpentine system with the ranking on the left-hand side in accordance to performances at senior and youth level in beach handball. And we get this underway, of course, with Spain. So Spain will head into Group A. The Spanish, who were 3rd last time out, but have previously won Euros or underage Euros in 2016 and 2017. In Group B, if you're still following our serpentine system, this means Hungary go into Group B. They were runners-up in 2019, but have won 3 previous underage beach Euros before. Next on the ranking are Croatia, who won the tournament 2 years ago. The Croatians also won an under-19 event in 2011. They go into Group C. Next out is Russia. They go into Group D. They finished 10th in 2019. They last won a youth event in 2015 when they won the under-19 title. Next up are Germany in the ranking. They head to Group E. They finished 9th last time out in Poland. And in Group F, next on the ranking, as you can see there, are Poland. And they will go into Group F. The Poles, of course, who organised the event last time out, finished 6th in 2019. So sticking with our friend the serpentine system, we stay in Group F and work our way back up again. So next up is Ukraine in the ranking, and they go into Group F alongside Poland. Ukrainians finished 7th 2 years ago. Next out into Group E go Norway. This is their first YAC involvement, younger age category involvement, since a under-19 performance in 2013. Good to have you back. Next up are France. They go into Group D alongside Russia. They finished 11th in 2019. The French join the Russians in Group D. In Group C, we have the Switzerland, 14th in 2019. They join the winners from last time out, Croatia, in Group C. In Group B, Portugal, 5th 2 years ago. Next in the ranking, they join the Hungarians in Group B. Now for the last time in this particular segment, we have the Netherlands, who finished 4th 2 years ago. They join Spain in Group A. Now at this point, we get the word from the Bulgarian Federation in which group that they would like to choose from the remaining 6 spaces available in amongst the groups. And the Bulgarians told us that they, as hosts, would like to go into Group C. So Bulgaria go in with Croatia and Switzerland to complete that group. So we follow the serpentine system again for the final time. We kickstart that again with Sweden, making their first ever appearance at a younger age category beach handball Euro. Sweden go into Group A alongside Spain and the Netherlands. Next on the ranking, as you can see, Romania. 8th 2 years ago. They slot into Group B alongside Hungary and Portugal. So with Bulgaria already drawn, we skip to Group D. Next in the ranking are Greece. Therefore, Greece will go into Group D alongside Russia and France. 2 more groups to decide. Slovenia, their first ever appearance at a younger age category Beach Euro on the men's side. They slot into Group E alongside Germany and Norway. And finally, the Czech Republic also making their first ever appearance at an under 17 Euro on the men's side. Czech Republic joined Poland and Ukraine. So here we go. Here is the overview of the groups for the under 17 EHF Beach Handball Euro 2021 men's competition for the preliminary round. Group A contains Spain, Netherlands and Sweden. Group B, Hungary, Portugal and Romania. In Group C, Croatia, who won the event 2 years ago, they'll be aiming to defend their title. They have to come up against Switzerland and Bulgaria, the hosts. In Group D, we have Russia, France and Greece. In Group E, we have Germany, Norway and Slovenia. And finally, in Group F, we have Poland, Ukraine and the Czech Republic. So that completes the draw. My thanks here to everyone involved, the Beach Handball unit and of course our IT team here. You can catch all of the information on our website, beacheuro.eurohandball.com, and of course on our Home of Handball social media platforms. Of course, we can't wait until we are in Bulgaria, of course, for this event. Keep your eyes peeled for more information. The 8th to the 11th of July will be in Varna for this event. But from everyone here, it's thank you and goodbye.